What up, folks? I'm Ultrazilla. I have reviewed the Lanard Toys Big Boss Gorilla from Primal Clash. Look at that art. It's a giant posable mega monster at 17 inches tall. He smashes, he bashes, and yes, it's their version of a Kong. That's right. I mean, if you don't call it a Kong, I don't know what you call it, because that's what it is. It's a King Kong. King Kong collectors, go out and get this. Big Boss Gorilla belongs in your collection. Now, this is the second time I'm filming this. Somehow, someway, I accidentally deleted the first one. So I've already taken this guy out, which is good because I can show you something. See how there's a hole there? There's like a screw that goes in his back that goes there. That's a really bad way to do things. Anywho, Big Boss Gorilla, smash and bash, gigantic size, 16 points of articulation, 16 points articulated, okay. Action, posable, Primal Clash, all of that again. And then it tells you a little bit of something of what's going on. You could read it, pause it, do what you will, but without any further ado, let's get to the review. So obviously this is a heck of a big boy. You're gonna have to bear with me. Let's do that 16 points articulated, huh? The jaw opens very, very, very loose on mine. The head moves around. You have a nice hinge and swivel at the shoulder. Same thing at the wrist. Very, very deep there. And at the wrist, the elbow. Here's the wrist. Can move around like so. And then the legs just swivel. You would think otherwise, but they just swivel. And then the feet swivel. So let's see. 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, 5, 6, maybe 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, I guess 16. I'll give it to them. I'll give it to them. So, Big Boss Gorilla here, Kong, Lanard Kong. He's interesting. He's interesting because some of this is reuse from their giant George figure from their Rampage line. I never got that one. I only got like the mid-range ones, which to me looked like the best versions of those figures, and I think they were. So I never really had an urge to get that giant George, so this is kind of good in a lot of ways. But there is a lot of changes to the chest. I've looked it over. There's a lot of changes going on here. More scratches, more whatever. It looks different. I believe maybe the arms and legs might be the same. Obviously the head they redid. Same like basic shape, but then they kind of redid all the features here. So there's a lot of, if you have that figure, I mean, this is at its base that, but it's mostly not. He wants to really fall over here on my desk. My desk is at a weird angle though, but for sure, I think my ankle joints could be a little bit tighter. So let's move this around a little bit. All right, this will work a little bit better. Let's start looking at this guy in full. Chest looks really pretty good. Lot of scarring, which is great. You know, if you know your Kongs, there's always a lot of scarring. The texture of the skin looks pretty good. There is a little bit of a wash over that, which is nice. Then the fur detail, there's no wash on the fur detail, but it's good. You know, you can see on the arms here, looks pretty good. Then you got all these veinage here, and the skin is very, very well done, I have to say. And again, wherever there's like skin tone like this, then you get a little bit of that wash over it, which I think looks pretty good, I gotta say. Again, veinage here at the arms, then you get all the fur detail, which is totally fine. The hands look pretty good. Both sides, again, that wash over it really helps things along here. Look at the detail in that hand. That's pretty awesome. Nails look great. Hand looks really good. I like it, guys, I do. We saw the chest. Let's look at the legs. Nice musculature here. Knees look good. Again, no paint on the legs, on the fur detail. But it's fine. It works. And then the feet. Very plain, nothing going on bottoms. But the feet itself, again, have a little bit of a wash. Details are fairly good. See? Zoomed in for you. It's pretty good. On the back, got that big hole there, which is annoying, but it's on the back. The back is, you know, kind of a bit of a softer detail going on here. Guess they didn't really care too much about the back, but the legs have more fur detail. The bottom of the feet actually look pretty good. Arms are fine. Again, fur detail. Just on the back here, they got really like soft with the details. You know, Kong butt. Yeah, it is what it is. This head sculpt though is pretty good. The nose looks amazing. A lot of great details. Look at the eyes. I like the purple around the eyes. I think that's a cool touch. The eyes themselves are painted pretty well, I have to say. The big scar on his mouth looks great. And you got, again, skin detail here, which has that yellowish wash over it. I like that, man. Look at all the details in this face. Great folds and wrinkles. A lot of nice little bumps and stuff. Very, very good. The inside of the mouth looks decent enough. The teeth are painted that yellowish we're used to on any of these things. A little speckling to the teeth, which is pretty good. And then the inside of the mouth is actually really well done. Tongue looks good. The back of the mouth looks good. Gums all look really good. Gotta say, some darker details here around, which is nice. Dark red. I like that, man. Look at how the teeth are sculpted. That's excellent. That's an excellent mouth, guys. Top of the head, just fur detail. And that looks good. The ears aren't bad. That one has like a little slit in it for some reason. Broken up. That one's pretty good. Profile, I think, is generally pretty good on this guy. His mouth kind of wants to open up a little bit, you know, but all in all, I really like this head sculpt a lot. I think it's awesome, you know. Again, Big Boss Gorilla, Kong, a Kong cousin, whatever you want to call it. It really works. It looks fantastic. It looks like its own thing, you know. That's what I kind of like about it. It's Kong, but, you know, he's definitely, you know, some sort of variant Kong, you know, some other fiction, if you will, because he doesn't quite look like the 05 or anything, and that would probably be the closest to what this is supposed to be. But, man, it's good. I really like this. I really do. I think it's an excellent, excellent piece. For your size comparisons, first up here is Lanard's Kong Skull Island. And this was the first thing that they did, you know, as far as these big monsters go. He's a bit different. He doesn't have a leg articulation, but he's got better shoulder and elbow articulation. So that's the thing I wish they'd carry over here, because it would have done a lot of good for our new Kong. But yeah, as you can see, he's also bigger. He's also bigger by like a good inch there. Here's a couple of other big boy Kongs I have in my collection that are, you know, much smaller than this new Big Boss Gorilla. And last but not least, Lanard's two other Primal Clash gorillas, the Cyber Robo gorillas, whatever they were called. These two share the same sculpt, but obviously they have different heads and stuff. So, but yeah, this guy's more straight up a Kong. And my final thoughts, you know, I got a little bit of looseness here and there. But I really like the details. I think this is really nice. It's a really, as a Kong collector, I'm really happy to have this. It's great. It's a really good looking Kong-esque figure. You know, third party Kong, if you will. Big Boss Gorilla, fine, whatever, in your Primal Clash. Whenever you do Giant Ape, guys, it's basically Kong derivative. So, you know, it is what it is. I think they know that, you know that they're going for the Kong collector market. You know, that's what they're identifying with here, you know, so as that market, I'm happy with this. I think it's really good. I think it's really, really far away from that Big George, which again, there is some sort of sharing here, but yeah, it's great. It's not a straight up repaint at all. It's really nice. It's a really nice piece, and I think if you like me, and you like kaiju and Kongs and stuff like that, this is one to look after, you know. It's a bit cheaper on Amazon than on Walmart, and that's something I forgot to mention at the top. But yeah, I got mine on Amazon, and I actually had some points, and I got some more money taken off of this. So I got it within that $35 range. On Walmart, it's $50, which I feel like is a bit steep. 45 on Amazon, you know, so if you can get that and get some more points off, like I did, and get it shipped for $35, I think you're making out okay. It's definitely worth that. It is a ginormous figure, and the details are really nice. And there you go, guys. That's my review. Hope you dug it. Let me know your thoughts down below, and please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Check me out on Facebook and Instagram. Stay safe. Till next time. Peace out, peeps.